Mama, I take care of the kids. I'm gonna go to Home Goods.
Let me just leave. Is he eating the hard food too?
Today, we're going to bring another cat feeder / puppy feeder. Now, this is great for if you're going to go out of the town and you want somebody to feed your cat and you're not there, or you just want to make sure that they're getting fed. This is a great thing to do, to leave it behind, set it up, and then forget it pretty much. That's what you can do. Now, on this one particular model, it has an actual recording, so you can record a voice or maybe a calling that you have your animal used to it. So if you whistle or something and they know that it's time for feeding, then you could record that as a source of where they actually locate the food. Now, there is a couple arrows, up arrow, down arrow, and this is to set up the timer and the alarm system that you want this to go off on. Set mode, also, it's the enter button pretty much. Now, another great thing about it, you could manually set up where how much feed you're gonna give them: 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 3 ounce, 4 ounce, and so forth. So the amount of feed, you could test it out. I would suggest testing it out first prior to even leaving it there, to make sure you're getting the right amount of food for your animal. Because if you have more than one cat or dog, then that's going to be a problem, because the dish itself doesn't take too much ounces, if you can see, but it fits great for cats. This is great for small mammals, any kind of cat or small puppies. Now, great thing about it, if you run it on power, there's another source of power here, because this does come with a charging station, but in back of it we have for 3 batteries in here, and I'm going to put the details on the actual batteries so you guys can see. The speaker is located right below it, of course, the speaker, the power source connection where you actually power it up. Very simple, easy to plug it into the wall. Now the dish itself has a little tray that you actually, it's like a puzzle piece. It has 2 of these individual long plastic rings that you actually just log it in like a puzzle piece, and it locks in. Now you can remove this for washing purposes. That's what it is for. Pretty much you just set it up in there, and that's pretty much it. It gets you up and going. Now, the amount of food that you require on this, it depends on the tone how much you set up in here. So a lot of these things, these machines don't know how to dispense. You have to actually find out how much depending on the food, because every food for animals is different sizes, different amounts, so if you notice the top of it, and the dispensary is not the largest one, so it's going to be small pellets, right? So just make sure if you have this is perfect for cats. Any kind of cat food, it's going to fit perfectly. Puppies, small puppies, they need to digest smaller pebbles. This is perfect for them. But larger dogs, larger breeds, like larger canine, like for example, German Shepherd, Golden Retriever, I would suggest maybe another larger feeder than this. All right, so we're going to take a look at it and see what else it comes with it. So besides that, to get the top of it, there is actually a dry pouch here, and this is actually to maintain out the moisture, because if you retain the food for quite a while, it could grow algae, mold, and so forth, and you don't want your animal to get sick. So if you tend to just keep throwing the food in there and it's around an area that's damp, this might affect the actual food. So that's why it's actually concerning for a lot of people that have these feeders. They just forget it and set it up. Well, there's actually something in here to prevent that from happening, which is good. Now, if you don't understand any of this stuff, the instructions are always available too. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see how we set this up, all right? All right, what you guys see, it's a USB type A in here, so pretty much plug it in this system, and you plug into any kind of wall mount. Now this is a 5 volts, and of course you're going to plug this into the actual module here itself. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And now, when you're plugging it in, if you guys can notice, this is a nylon cable, so it's perfect for any animal that's going to be chewing it, which is, we want to prevent that from plastic. Now, this embeds in here. There's a flat surface, so there's an indentation here where you actually pass the cable, so it's going to be flat on the ground. And of course, you got these 4 rubber ends here, so it won't be mobile that easy. If an animal's eating and he keeps continuing to push the plate, it's not going to be mobile that easy, so which is good. Now, let's go ahead and turn it on. Once you turn it on, let's zoom in so you can actually see the actual setup, right? All right, here we have a couple setups. We have the number of portions that we have. You see portions, meals, and it's a lock right now. We're gonna go ahead and set it up right now first. All right, we're going to go ahead and set this up right now. If you guys can see it, right now it's saving meals. How many numbers? We have 1 through 4, all right, of how much meals you're going to actually give the animal. So we're going to set a tone to 1 for now. We're going to say it's set for that one. And then the timer, what time do you want to actually set this up for? Or it depends up to you. So we're going to put in, it goes to up to 24 hours. So right now we're going to put pretty much in the morning. So we're going to try to see if we could get something early in the morning around probably like 7 a.m. or something. We're going to set that up there, and then 7 a.m. exactly we're going to keep it. Now, number of portions, like, we're going to do maybe probably 6, 5, or I guess, or 6. So this goes 6. We're going to say set. And then we pretty much set up the whole thing in here, and we're going to also record. Test 1, 2, 3. Come here, kitty cat. You go. Test 1, 2, 3. Come here, kitty cat. That's funny. So it's all set right now. If you guys can see it, we're pretty much set up already. Now, if you want to do manual feed, you can do that. So we're gonna do a meal. We can change. We can always come back and set this up to different meal plans to up to 12. If you guys can see that. So we're gonna do that. Okay, if you want a manual feed, you just push the 2 buttons, and it does a voice with you. Right? So we're gonna test it out right now. If you can see, we're gonna do the manual. And it's spinning 1 time only, right? That's how much it's spinning. So you see the number of actual circles that we have in there? That's the number of feeds. So if we do more, we could actually present more. Right now we have 1. So now if you don't want to set up the timer and you're back home, you can always turn this off, or you can always hit the arrow button up for a while, and it's going to do a factory reset. It just pretty much reset all the programming that you've done. Just keep holding.
Let me delete the share album. Let me see how I could invite them. Oh, recent invite. There it is.